Good evening, rockers. Vegas Rock Goddess here on the rocks. Total entertainment coming to you live from somewhere off the Las Vegas Strip. Tonight, I have an amazing band, Chasing Poppies. I actually met this band when I was with the Kings of Thrash out in Phoenix. So I can't wait to talk to them. Let's get into it. Right, let's go. Hello. I can't hear you guys. Turn your mic on.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
We have sound.
Yeah.
How are you guys doing, man?
Unbelievable. How are you?
Good, good, glad. Thank you for coming on because ever since I saw you guys in Phoenix, I've been talking about you with a bunch of my other cohorts in the promoting industry.
That's
And,
awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, a couple of my friends actually saw you in Phoenix, and I'm like, wow, these guys are great. She's like, yeah, and yeah, I'm anxious to get the full story on you guys.
Well,
Thank you so much.
So let's get into it. Why don't we tell us a little bit about when you guys started forming this band?
All right, so we started forming this during COVID. So a couple of us, this person right here, this is Jameson, our bass player. He and I are married. And
Okay.
we were just stuck at home and bored. And we thought, you know what, what better than making music together right now while we're stuck here during COVID? So the lockdown is what spurred it. And then we got together with another friend of ours who facilitated sort of a COVID. We were all sectioned off in rooms. Shout out to Roger Wiedeback. Yeah. And he played drums for us at first so we could get this rolling. And we basically started playing together and we realized, oh my gosh, it's so fun. Josh was available. He came on. Then we realized we should really do this. This was more fun than I expected. We did it just for fun. And then we decided this is a thing. We need to do this. We need to do this for people and go out and express this. And so we auditioned for Bobby, and he was the first person we auditioned, and he was such a perfect fit. And now we're like a family. It's been 3 years now that we've been playing together.
Like that.
Yeah. So
yeah, I was so impressed with you guys.
Thank you.
I was like at that front table.
Yeah.
At the I think about 44, right? And sitting there, it was funny because I wasn't supposed to really be there till the next night.
Yeah.
And Amal was there.
From Street Creek.
Yes, with his band.
Yeah. What's up, Amal?
Yeah, I've known him for a while.
Right
and he's like, yeah, you're in Phoenix. He's like, come down, So I'm like, okay, because I got in there the day before. And yeah, I mean, I had a great time that night. You guys are great. And your sound is I know you guys play covers, but you also have original material, which you're working on. So I want to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so basically our whole idea was to play there's this huge gap, I feel like, in the cover scene. We wanted to be a cover band, but we wanted to play stuff that's not typical. So even a lot of the covers that we're doing are a little less known, wouldn't you say?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
People might even say, oh, I liked your song. But really, I'm like, oh no, it's this band. This is where you check it out. And I'm always giving shout outs to the bands that we cover because it's all stuff we love. So basically, when we go out to hear music and we're hearing cover bands, we were like sad we weren't getting our fix, for me personally.
Right.
We were in Nashville on a trip. And it's when I kind of came up with like what our sound should be, because every single bar on Music Row, everyone played the same list. It was the same list, the same exact song.
Yeah, the same 40 songs. Yeah.
At every place we went.
Oh,
and so
wow.
sort of, okay, I want to turn that on its head. Everyone plays the list everywhere. Well, there's no list. We make the rules. Let's start our own list. And so we're covering some heavier stuff maybe than people are typically used to in the cover scene, which sort of puts us in a spot where people don't know what to do with us. Like, whoa, you're not a typical cover band because you're playing all this stuff that we don't hear cover bands typically play, which has been really fun.
Yeah, and you guys put your own spin on them
Yeah, definitely.
and kind of twist them around a little bit, which is great because at first I'm like, wait a second. Like, I think I know that song, but it didn't really sound like it in the beginning. I'm like, great, this is totally different.
That's awesome. Thank you. That's so cool.
Yeah. So what have you guys been up to?
Well, we've been up to a lot, actually.
Rehearse.
Rehearse. We had a really busy year. We played a lot of shows, met a lot of really cool bands, did a lot of great networking. We've just been having a blast. And basically, we decided to take November off so we could have a little time with our families for Thanksgiving.
Right.
And work on adding a few new things to the set and just spending a little more time as a band together versus, prepping and playing and prepping and playing. It's nice once in a while to have some time where you can really just spend more time as a band together and add new music and kind of hunker down.
Oh,
So that's sort of what
Yeah,
Gear
it's
for
been-
5.
yes.
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's been a crazy year for me too. This will be my second time in Australia this year.
Oh,
With the Kings of
cool.
Crash and hanging out with them, and it was absolutely incredible. This has been a great year for travel.
That's great.
Next year, I will be in Nashville in April,
Yeah.
covering the scene out there for Rockin' Pod. I don't know if you guys ever heard about that, but it's a Rockin' Pod festival where we have podcasters from all over the country come for one weekend, and we interview a bunch of bands and we party our faces off and make connections and things like that. And, I do my show from there.
That's awesome.
I interview a lot of, bands and artists while I'm there. So, yeah, I mean, I think you guys are on the fast track though.
Aw,
Thank you.
that's cool. Thank you.
So, like, do you guys have stuff already lined up for next year?
Well, right now we're focusing on Bike Week. So Arizona Bike Week is huge here. Thousands and thousands of people come. So it's there are these coveted spots that Arizona Bike Week allots to local bands. And right now we're in the competition to play Bike Week. And we're so excited because
Go,
I
go.
love that.
yeah, vote for us online. Anybody watching this interview, if you like our shit, vote for us. We'd love to go to Bike Week. Hope to see you there. But that's just going to be a great show. Like that event's really fun. Lots and lots of bikers come from all over the country to attend. It's a full week long event. So there's a lot going on and there's always live music. And they do a big concert with, huge headliners.
National acts, Mudvayne's there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mudvayne,
so
that's TP.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mudvayne's originally from Chicago, my hometown.
Nice.
So yeah, they're definitely cool. Well, that's great though. Because like I said, I think 25, we had this conversation when I talked to you. 25 is going to be a great year for you.
Yeah,
And
we're
this
looking
band.
forward to it.
We're looking forward to it.
Yeah, because your sound is what people are looking for. Like, I love that 44 Club.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
I love that club. Just the way it's set up, the sound.
The sound is excellent. Their lights are great. They have a big stage. They have national acts coming through.
Yeah.
So it's fun getting opening slots and getting to play with some really great musicians. It's a great place to play.
So let's talk about your band. Why don't you introduce everybody?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is Josh Holmes. He's our guitarist.
Hey,
Josh
yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, Josh from Chicago as well, 75 miles southwest.
Cool.
But yeah, moved out to Phoenix in 01 and with my original band at that time. But that was a fun little life experience. And yeah, Carrie calls me during the pandemic and I've been growing my hair out and back in the woodshed. And she's like, let's start a band. She goes, we got Jameson, her husband, and we got Roger, who was playing drums for us initially.
Yeah.
She's like, let's do a band. And I was like, oh, I don't know. And then I was like, you know what? My kids haven't seen that side of my life. And I was like, let's do it. So it was perfect
And
time.
it brought you out of hiatus.
Yeah.
Josh is like classically trained. He went to school to be, for guitar. And
Oh,
he's so
yeah, he was great, man. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. But it's one of those things where, life was happening,
Right.
his other career, his day job is going successfully and he's had a family and little kids and it just kind of guitar sort of went to the wayside to a bit, and so this has been like
Yeah,
really
it's
so cool.
That's
sure.
great that you're back in it, Josh.
Yeah.
It really is.
Chicago rocker, man.
20 years.
Yeah, we were all friends.
It's a long time. Yeah, we've been friends a long time. This is Jameson MacArthur, my better half.
Yeah, I've been
Bass?
playing bass forever. Yeah, I used to play. I was in original bands back in like the early 2000s. I played all over the valley, all over Phoenix and stuff. Back in the cool clubs back in the day.
Oh, Hollywood
Yeah.
Alley.
Yeah, I
and-
miss some of them. Some of the places are closed now. So
Yeah.
it's like 44 now, but I miss some of the old places like Hollywood Alley,
Yeah.
Chasers.
Who was your favorite bass player? Like, who did you like emulate, like when you were younger, trying to get it going?
That was a great question. Yeah, I was super into like Flea and Les Claypool back in the day. I think my favorite bass player though is Tim Comerford from Rage Against the Machine, just like his style. That's what I always try and like emulate. I love this. His style of bass playing is just like right in the pocket with me.
Right. And what about that drummer back there that's hiding behind a cymbal right
Can you see me?
now? Yeah, I can see you.
You keep him behind the kid.
Yeah, keep it out there.
No, I actually, of all places, I met these guys on Craigslist. Um,
Oh,
Yeah, I've been playing in original bands all my life, and I came to Arizona actually from the Dakotas. Moved here with a band actually, and took a break for a little while after getting kind of sick of all the original scene and some of the BS that goes with it, to be honest with you.
Right.
So I just took a little break and just unwound from everything. And then when I decided I wanted to start playing again, I always wanted to play some covers and learn it just to do something completely different. And
little did you
I
know.
found these guys on the first try, and how
Oh my
lucky
gosh,
I
no,
am.
we are such a good fit. Like the
Yeah.
four of us are a crew. Like we're a band family. We all gel. It's awesome.
It's really funny how the pandemic really kind of brought people together,
Totally, yeah.
but it also pulled people apart. So
Big time. Yeah.
it's kind of like a catch-22 with the pandemic, because I was interviewing bands all the way through pandemic.
Oh my gosh.
Then
I-
the bands, as I was interviewing them, they were breaking up. I get a
Yeah,
DM from a
yeah.
band. Sorry, we can't come on tonight. We just lost our guitar player and drummer. I'm like,
Gosh.
you know what I mean? So
The stress of the pandemic on working bands, you know what I mean? That are
Yeah.
like, we all have like these guys all have careers outside of this. But if we're a career band, like all your eggs were in that basket, it would be devastating. All the
Yeah.
clubs shut down all over the country. Like it was crazy.
Yeah, I was in like a dance cover band, believe it or not, like back when the pandemic hit, and we were gigging all the time, and it just kind of disintegrated right away because like the gigs stopped showing up.
right. And I
Yeah.
mean, there were still places like Arizona, though, and Florida that were still open and bands were playing,
Really?
at one time.
Ooh, yeah.
Few.
Sunshine. But I think it
We
was
were one of them.
it was very
There was a few, but I mean and then they just shut it all down. But
Yeah.
But the whole live like YouTube streams and people playing during the pandemic, which I thought was amazing. There were so many people that you haven't heard of. The Plush band, right? Mariah, what's her name? Mariah Formica.
Mhm.
She came out of nowhere doing heart covers, and her band blows up, and now she's singing for Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Like, it's amazing how
Yeah,
many
kinda
people came out of
And
shuffled
that,
that.
things
yeah,
out.
it did
Yeah.
shuffle things up a little bit. Like I felt
Yeah.
like even though it killed some of the traditional opportunities for people, I think it opened a lot of new doors as well.
well, yeah, because a lot of these bands weren't used to dealing with social media
Right.
or YouTube.
Yeah.
And
Right.
when you tell them, yeah, it's a Zoom interview, like what?
Right.
Thank God it's a fucking team.
It forced us all to
Look
learn
at
this
Jim Gates.
technology.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, when we
Yeah.
first started practicing, we was still pandemic, so we couldn't be together because we weren't in the same pod or whatever they
Right,
called it.
right.
So we had computer monitors set up and we
Yeah.
had headphones and we were like playing in different rooms in the same house. It was really interesting experience, but it worked. It got us going
With full length mirror too, to get my video recorded because you couldn't see me, so we had to reflect me.
Oh, yeah.
Each room and a mirror set up so that he could be where he needed to be, but we could see him on the through
It's
the
so
recording
crazy.
feed.
That
It
is
was
so crazy.
That's how we practiced when we first started. Every
Oh,
practice
wow.
was like that, so that we could still get together for months leading up, to being in a room together once the pandemic settled down.
Right. Josh, what part of Chicago are you from?
Streeter, Illinois.
Streeter.
that.
Okay. Because I grew up in the Plainfield Joliet area, so
Okay, that's pretty close by. Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty close.
My cousin has a band called Bird in the Sky. You should check those guys out too.
Okay,
They're out of
sounds
Bloomington,
good. Where are they from?
Bloomington, Illinois.
Oh, okay, very cool, very cool.
And Revis from Southern Illinois. That's a killer band too.
Yeah.
Sure. But yeah, I mean, the state of the music scene right now, I mean, we're coming to the end of the year. Let's do a little synopsis. How do you feel that your year went with this band?
I feel like it really just took off because here's what happened. I don't know, it just sort of kind of snowballed. It feels really natural. You know, we just kind of booked gigs, and as we booked gigs, we met more people. And as people saw us, they said, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! You need to play over here for us. Play over here for us. Oh, we should do a show together. Oh, that was fun. Oh, you guys should do a show together." And so it just kind of became where there were actually more opportunities than we had time to schedule, which is a really, really great problem to have. And because we love what we're doing, you know. I mean, my heart is in this. So we were going around. I don't know if you got our drummer's name is Bobby. So I was
I did.
We were around and we were all yelling his nickname so loud. I'm like, I don't know if anyone knows his name is Bobby.
Yeah, I got you, Bobby. Don't worry, I got you.
And I'm Carrie.
But yeah, I think 24 was the year of networking.
It was such a networking year.
We made friends with so many bands. Like all through the year, we made friends with a ton of great bands that we get to like, and then we book gigs with them because it's more fun if we play a gig and then we watch another band after we play or before we play. It's like we love watching live music, so it's like a win-win to friends.
Yeah, and I think that's good. I think that trend's going to continue. I mean, I've met so many bands just by showing up at gigs. Hey, can you interview us? Sure, you know.
That's cool.
I mean, it's just crazy the amount of people that I meet, and then hit me up on socials, which is great because it keeps my show going for sure.
And then your show helps us, we bands.
Symbiotic.
You know, it's symbiotic over here.
Exactly. And you know, this is a passion project for me. I've been doing this now for the past 5 years. And it started right out of pandemic. So yeah, I mean, 100 interviews later, here we are.
Sweet.
That is awesome.
And you have a different logo.
Yeah. It kind of matches our logo too.
Somebody, my ex-executive producer did that and left it for me, so I took it. Bye.
Good.
Anyway, it's fine now.
I love it.
But yeah, so I think 25 for both of us is going to be a really great year. And I hope to get back out to Phoenix and see you guys again. I'd love to hear you in Vegas.
We would love to play Vegas.
What's up, Carol?
Carol.
For that business, let me tell you, I did that for a while. Never again, my friend. I'm sticking to this. I think I'm good at just interviewing people. There's a lot of work in trying to book bands.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Get the gig, pay for the sound guy, this, and this. Oh my gosh.
It's all for us, you know, this whole time. So I do all of our booking and stuff right now still. And now as we're growing, I'm finding like we're really reaching out for more opportunities. We're looking to play festivals, maybe do a little bit of traveling. Because our sound is not the typical cover band, and a lot of cities could get a load of us, I feel like.
Oh,
you know?
for sure.
So it would be really great to do that. And it's so much harder than you'd think, making the connections with the venues that look to play. So we'll get there. It's just, you know, and that's what's so wonderful about all the networking, because we're meeting people every show that we can play more shows with. And we all kind of, you know, give each other opportunities and lift each other up. At least that's how I see it. That's how I always roll. Like whoever we're playing with, it's because we want to be playing with them. And it's a great time,
and you know, you guys are keeping the rock alive, my friends.
Thank you.
I'm still hearing so much negative shit about rock is dead and this and that. I'm like, man, why don't you just get up off your couch and go to the club?
Yeah.
You know, and people
excited when
it's
excited when I see young people, like people half my age, playing the shit I want to hear and the shit that I want to play. And I'm like, it's like rock is not dead.
It's not. It's far from it. And it's like, that's my whole mission, is to keep this conversation going.
Thank you.
Because I mean,
Listen.
if you didn't come on, you wouldn't have extra viewers. Now viewers are going to be like, when's the
Right.
next show? You know,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you guys are killing it.
13th.
Friday the
Friday the
13th.
13th, actually. Yeah, Friday the 13th of December, actually, at the Blues Bar in Phoenix on 32nd Street.
I've been there.
Oh,
That's a
Within
cool it's a cool little bar kind of club, but they got good sound there. It's a nice stage there.
they have great sound. Shout out to Paige.
Oh,
Paige
best.
does their sound there, and she's excellent. She does a really
Paige
great
is awesome. Hi, Paige. You remember me, right? Yeah, I was there. Well, David Ellefson was there.
Yeah.
Actually Jeff was too, because Jeff was playing in Dead Groove at the time, helping out Fred Aching and Holly West. And I decided to, drive down and we're playing this cool bar, so I got to hang out all day with them. And it was pretty, they were so nice, that couple that owns that bar.
Nice.
Nice.
Good.
They're keeping the rock alive too.
Yeah, we play there about every 45 days.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we play there a lot. We played there more throughout the year than any other place. We mix it up, we peppered in other stuff, but that was kind of our home base this year.
Yeah, they've got a great setup right there. Just a great spot.
Yeah.
Just like the 44 has right in the corner there. I mean, it's really great. And I'm sure there's a lot more clubs in Arizona I haven't been to yet.
Another cool place is called Cactus Jack's. Their sound guy there is friggin' awesome too, and they have a nice big stage. Yeah, Ken. He's a great shout out to Ken. We love you, Ken. At Cactus Jack's. He's an awesome sound guy too. He's been doing it forever. He used to travel and do it on the road. I think he did sound for Tiffany, didn't
No,
he?
he was actually the
played-
bass player for Tiffany.
Played in
For
Tiffany.
Tiffany.
Yeah.
That's right.
What's his name?
His name's Ken. What's Ken's last name?
Coretta.
Ken Coretta.
Oh, yeah.
Good
Okay,
job.
because I know that my friend once in a while that's an LA Guns plays for Tiffany,
Oh, right.
the bass player.
Well,
Yeah, they might be together.
Johnny.
Okay.
He's amazing, but that's cool though.
That's
I've
awesome.
never been to that club, so that'll be one on my list.
Yeah,
for
put it
sure.
on your radar. Some cool
They did-
places.
they
people
did-
Yeah, they just
did
did
it.
a renovation there
Yeah.
too. It's got some killer lounge chairs in there now.
Yeah, they
New
put it
stage, they extended the stage. It's really
Yeah,
nice, new
cool
flooring.
place. Really
Yeah.
good stuff.
Nice.
definitely.
So, okay, so you have a gig on the 13th of December. What else is going on? What other kind of live?
That and Bike Week are our focuses right now.
Yeah, people can go to our Facebook page, find the link to vote for us on Bike Week. We're trying to get in there. Should be a fun time. But after that, we're gonna start booking for 2025. We don't have much booked yet, right?
We actually
Yeah.
have one of our goals for this year is to get to Vegas and hopefully
Yeah.
get
Ah,
a-
yeah, that's what I like.
We just made a list of our what is my
Yeah.
job?
Right?
Reaching out beyond where we already play and trying to drum up some, get some buzz going about us outside of our town.
Right, for sure. Why don't you tell everybody where they can find you on the socials?
Okay, so you can go to our website, chasingpoppies.com, and it has a link to everything we're on. So we're on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, like and subscribe on our YouTube channel. We post live videos from our shows all the time. Ring the bell, get your notifications. Right now, we've kind of been averaging once a week on content on there, and it's fun, and you can kind of get a sample of what it's like to be at a show.
I
and-
watched a few of those videos, man. Very cool. You
Yeah,
guys do like the live action,
Yeah, thank
which
you.
is great.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
we have the multicam set up, so you can kind of like
Roger.
get close. Yeah, Roger once again. Roger.
Cameras at his house he's a very, very dear friend of ours. We love him so much. And he was our drummer till we found Bobby. He shot that for us.
Oh, so he's your photographer now.
Not
And-
really.
He's just a really close
He's
friend.
just a really close friend and we love each other and he just felt like doing it for us. So
That's great. So when is Bike Week?
Bike week.
April,
It's in
April
April.
3rd through 6th, I believe, or April 2nd through 6th.
Yeah. It's like the first full week in April.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to start planning now because that following week I'll be in Nashville. There's a lot of shows that I'm going to miss out here because I got to be in Nashville. But I can't wait to hit the Nashville scene. There is a lot going on there.
There's a
One
lot.
of my all-time favorite bands. Look, well, I mean, like modern day favorite bands. One of them is this band. Keep down, down,
Down a
down.
little bit. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, all them witches. We actually
Okay.
covered a song by them too, because they're touring right now. They're so good. Such a
They're
great
so
talk about Rock
good.
Alive.
I'm
Yeah.
definitely gonna hit them up because I'd like to interview them while I'm out there.
Oh,
They're
that was
amazing.
that was
They're
they're
awesome.
amazing. All Them Witches is the name of the band. They're
Okay.
excellent. We've actually traveled to see them a couple of times, like out of state. They're just so good.
Wow, that's very cool. Very cool.
We saw them play Ryman, the Ryman Auditorium, the theater, you know, the Ryman, the old church. It was a church in 1908 and they turned it into, it was like the Grand Ole Opry and stuff. The Ryman Theater, we saw them, All Them Witches play on Halloween night in Nashville.
Oh,
It's
wow.
amazing.
so
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah,
You
it was
know,
an
'cause
incredible show.
when I was there, I went to that recording studio that's in that old church.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were actually recording something when I was there, but they let me go upstairs in the VIP areas and
Nice.
do some lives up there. That place is really cool, man.
It's
Yeah.
so cool. It's so cool. One thing I have to say is have you ever seen a show there?
No.
No. Okay, so they have these massive pillars.
You wear the pillars.
Obstructed
We
view.
went to Ryman, everybody just take a look on the map where the pillars are. They will obstruct your view. Just saying.
Okay. I'll make sure I stay away from those.
Yeah, so just look on the map. Like when you buy tickets, just
Right.
look on the map and make sure you go on either side of the pillars if you're
Yeah.
behind it.
Or bring a friend you don't care for.
Yeah. I'm not
Well,
gonna-
you know what?
Josh,
About
go
that
ahead.
time, I want to thank you guys for coming on. It was amazing talking to you.
Thank you for
Yeah,
having
thank you.
on.
Can't wait to see you guys again in Phoenix
Yes.
when I get out there.
We'd love to have you at another
Let us know.
show,
Yeah.
Carol.
I know 25 is going to be great for all of us.
Yes.
Yes,
yes,
I love it.
yeah.
It is. Let's do
And
that.
I want to wish you guys the best. Happy holidays.
Thank you.
Thank you. You as well.
And I will see you next year.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're going to see me next year when you come here.
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
I love it. Let's do
So
that.
keep in touch. Let me know what's going on.
I will.
Will do.
And you follow us on Instagram and stuff.
Yeah.
We always post our shows on Instagram and Facebook. We post stories and reels and everything. So you'll know what's going on.
Oh,
Yeah,
perfect.
for sure.
Yeah, and I'm sure you'll run into a mall before I will.
Oh,
his
I
band.
definitely will. Yeah.
He's
For
great.
sure. He comes out to our shows and stuff. He's awesome.
Yeah. But anyway, thank you so much. And keep that rock alive, guys, because it's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gladly.
Okay, and I'll see you next time.
Yes.
Carol.
Yeah,
Rock
thank
and
you.
roll, Carol.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Chasing Poppies, what a great band. This band has got a great sound. They have their own twist on a lot of cover tunes, but yet you don't know that it's a cover tune, which is what I really liked about this band. So definitely check them out if you're in the Phoenix area, for sure. This is the Vegas Rock Goddess on the Rocks, total entertainment. Make sure you like and subscribe to On the Rocks, because you never know really who I'm going to interview next.